We're now joined from Cairo by the Israeli affairs researcher Ahmed Fouad Anwar. Thank you very much for being here with us on Qnews. So today President El-Sisi has once again made a categorical rejection of Palestinian displacement. How significant is this in reinforcing Egypt's role as a central mediator in the war on Gaza?
After the greetings to you, of course, Egypt's assertion to refuse displacement, stop or avoid many problems, first of all, liquidation of Palestinians, also touching Egyptian national security and a beginning of a new crisis and conflict. Those who are displaced will want to go back again to their nation, so that would make a new conflict. The solution is to apply the international legitimacy and reconstruct without displacement.
And what impact could Portugal and France's recognition of a Palestinian state have on the quest for a two-state solution?
Especially Portugal and France are launching a hit against Israel. Portugal allows immigration from Israel to Portugal according to international standards. So they sympathize all the time with the Israelis' vision. France has the critical role when they voted on dividing Palestine. France, with the one provided Diamond reactor and participated in 56 wars. So when France especially gather countries to unconditionally recognize Palestine is considered a hit to Israel, and which would make public opinion to reconsider their stances.
Well, in that case, do you think the growing global recognition of Palestine could pressure Israel and allies like the United States to halt or make Israel halt settlement expansion and the land confiscation?
Of course, there is a political tsunami in current September against Netanyahu's policies, and in the light of a government that Prime Minister Netanyahu can say a full-fat right government caused in the 7th of October, caused a tsunami, failed in regaining the detainees, and there is a increased global recognition of about 150 countries recognized Palestine when under the reign of this government. So there will be an accountability for this path that override Oslo, that has to be stopped because the consequences are dire on Israel.
Yes, and how do Egypt's efforts, do you think, Egypt's efforts align with partners like Singapore, European states? And how do they enable the international community to strengthen diplomatic leverage in advancing for a ceasefire?
It's clear that there is a Egyptian Arab vision, Islamic vision announced in the summit of Doha, where there is communication all the time to have a greater and expanded coordination, political solution, economic cooperation. These efforts in solidarity contribute greatly to a fair solution to Palestinian cause. Unless otherwise there will call a Palestinian cause from the river, an Israeli country from the river to the sea, with one of the main writers who warned of government killing Palestinians and have boycotting academically, culturally, educationally to Israel. So he expected that there will be a Palestinian state from the river to the sea, not the opposite.
Well, with Gaza, hospitals like Al-Shifa are overwhelmed now by casualties and also shortages as well. What responsibility does the international community bear in ensuring humanitarian access?
Clearly and precisely, the catastrophic side of this war is this genocide that's happening, expressed by Guterres, the UN General Secretary, by saying this is the biggest catastrophe witnessed in the world, and this is the time to end this bleeding and deter this aggression. I think there is a lot of efforts to pose Netanyahu's government to stop, to end this war within given the information, and Israel launched a lot of lies without a proof and after October 7th, and then started to dehumanize Palestinians, conducting atrocities against them. And this is the time, and especially France, Britain, now the UK now are reconsidering their stances, and the US administration from their side always assess their interests, their losses, their gains from supporting Netanyahu. In the light of there is a part of the US administration is saying that Netanyahu is a burnt card that cannot be supported unconditionally.
Ahmed Fuad Anwar, Israeli Affairs researcher. Thank you very much for joining us.